everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Julia and I recently just spent a month with my friends in Seoul, South Korea. And it's actually my 5th time here, but every time I go here is a different experience. Of course, I had to revisit some of my favorite spots. So on this day, we went to Gangchon Market, which is this street food market where you can get a bunch of local Korean street food and also vintage shopping if you go upstairs. And around the area, there's Dongdaemun, which I'm sure you guys have heard of, which has this huge architectural building. And beside it, there's this nail art store that has everything you need if you're into nail art. Dongye is a flea market, and not gonna lie, it wasn't the same as before COVID. Just the vibe is different, but it's still worth to check out. But yeah, what's a Korea trip without a karaoke session? So we reunited with our Korean friends. On this day, we went to a lovely little excursion with Emma and Jin. This was roughly an hour or two away from Seoul city center. And we went to the Gangchon Rail Park, which is a really nice activity if you just want to see some nature. And, you can go as a couple or as a group of friends. And the concept is that while you bike, you can see the scenery and nature of Korea. They have these cute lights set up in the tunnels, so every tunnel is a bit different. This one had bubbles in it, and when you get out of it, you just see all this amazing nature. And then, yeah, this one was a total club. It was such a cute experience. I definitely think it's nice to balance the hardcore city life with nature, and I felt like I really needed this. After the rail park, we ate 닭갈비, and I think this 닭갈비 was one of the best meals I had on this entire trip. We had it with cheese and udon as well. It's basically chicken, dog, cabbage, all the goodies. On this trip, we had a lot of birthday kids. It was Emma's and Mickey's birthday the day after each other, and our friends were so cute and got this really cute smiley cake for them. We had a great time, rented a little private room in Hongdae. I just love hanging out with these people because they're so low-key and they don't care about anything regarding social media or anything. They're just like normal people having normal relationships. And like when you're in this industry, it's so easy that people forget to just be genuine and real, and I just love these friends so much. And every time we're there, they just prioritize hanging out with us, and I just love them so much, and it's always a blast with these guys.
Okay.
And of course, to wrap the night up, we had to go to another karaoke session. Today we went for a little tourist day with Andrea. Since it was her first time, we went to the castle. It was really lovely to revisit it, especially on this beautiful day. The sun was out, but it wasn't too hot, and we were hiking up this hill. Like, Seoul is built on a mountain, and you can definitely feel it in your legs. We were hitting our 20,000 steps a day. We also went to Myeongdong and visited this cute little store called 8th Division. So on Mickey's birthday, I woke up early and got her flowers, and then I had planned a little date. So we first went to eat jokbal for dinner. Mickey loves pork, so I of course had to let her try jokbal. And then we went to Lotte Aquarium. Mickey loves everything that has to do with ocean and fish, and I guess it was the perfect birthday surprise for her because she didn't really know what to expect. I do feel bad for the fish in the aquarium. Like, normally we would go snorkeling in the open sea or ocean, but you can't really do that always, and Seoul has a lot of aquariums. I just felt like she would be so happy if I took her here, and she really was. She was literally standing and watching the fish for hours. Her to Namsan Tower, but Mickey is not the most athletic, and it's so funny because she gets tired so easily, so we had to take a break. And we're definitely not the cutesy couple, but we tried to take some pics. So the day after, Hyung-suk took us to eat some fish intestine soup. It was definitely interesting. I don't think I would ever have eaten that on my own. And it was Emma's birthday. So we just headed to Itaewon where he lives, dropped off the car, and then we walked around Itaewon and then the Hanam area. Here is basically how we communicate because our Korean friends aren't that fluent in English, but we do our best to communicate, and we use the translate app, and also we have some friends that are able to translate as well.
Yeah. Good? Very nice. Oh, freelance.
No boss.
Not work.
We all freelance. Me, no more, very soon.
It's a very cute area that has a lot of cafes and shops and a bit more of like a youthful scene, but not the broke student type of youthful scene, but more curated, like design and architecture and music, arts, all of that. Guys, I kid you not, this was the best lamb skewers I've ever had. And then we went to a random trance bar in Itaewon. We literally just walked past here, but we had such a blast. This is definitely one of the most lit and unexpected nights of our trip. Here we're at Noksapyeong, and it's very close to Itaewon, and we tried some Japanese food that we happened to stumble across. Then we went to Songsu and went to Onion, which is a super cute cafe. It was October, so they had a lot of like pumpkin inspired desserts, and we just went around Songsu for shopping. later on that evening, we headed to Noryangjin Fish Market. And Noryangjin Fish Market is the first place we ever went to with our Korean friends. So going here after 4 years was definitely a trip down memory lane. Chaeryeon, he loves everything tomato. Tomato with sugar, tomato in cereal, tomato everything. So shout out to Chaeryeon. No, but I was like, bro, that's weird. But this is tomato ice cream, and I will try it. It smells like gazpacho.
A little bit weird.
Wait, no, you have to take a bite.
Yeah, gazpacho. It's like cold.
She likes it. She likes it. She likes
The way she ate it too.
She likes it.
Ice.
Oh, really? Isn't it good? Is it
Oh,
good?
yeah, that's right.
Do you like it?
I like it.
Emma, do you like it?
It's good. It's good. It's like frozen gazpacho.
Chaeryeon. 10 out of 10? 10 out of 10.
10 on 10.
It's not bad.
All you do in Korea is literally eat. So here is a bakery we went to a few times called Knotted. And of course, shopping is also a must. This store called Visual Aid located in Yeonnam. It's super cute at night and has just like these random buildings, and I definitely recommend you guys going there at night. Now that we're still on the shopping topic, I thought I would compile all my shopping tips in one scene for you guys. Here is Beaker. It has a bunch of streetwear and homeware from all over the world. They have multiple locations. And House Dosan in Apgujeong has Gentle Monster, but also tambourines, and Nudake, which is their cafe. And here is Works Out, also in Apgujeong. And all of these stores have multiple locations, and they're kind of similar in style and price range, I would say. So they have a lot of like Korean brands. This one is Osoy. This one is called Obscura in Songsu, and there's also one in Apgujeong, and this is a vintage store called Palpal Vintage that I really recommend in Songsu. This one has a bunch of different brands, and I just love going to the curated ones because there's just a huge variety of brands that you normally wouldn't have discovered if you went to one store. I would always recommend going to Eater Error and Gentle Monster because going to their stores is just like going to a museum. I always get so inspired. This is called BFD, where I bought that lamp. It's such a cute little interior store in Hannam. And also in Hannam is this vintage store called No Boundaries, which carries a bit more high-end goods, but it was an amazing selection. Oh, yes. Sustainable queen. Today I went to the Lium Museum of Art. It was a really cozy day. I love going to museums. It's probably one of mine and Mickey's favorite activities because we're both in the creative field, so we both get very inspired doing those type of activities. Okay guys, I think we got into a cab. I don't feel like this trip has been bad. It's just very inconvenient. So we just checked out early from our Airbnb, which was our second Airbnb this trip because me and Mickey stayed on our own after our friends left, and it just mold everywhere. And at first, like in the bathroom, because a lot of bathrooms here do have mold, I was like, it should be fine, like it's not as bad as it could be. but then we just discovered the mold like in the bedroom, like in the mattress, and it was like awful, and yeah, we had to escape. So now we are on our way to our friend Emma, our savior of the day. It's a Friday, so it's very hard to get an apartment or get a hotel at a reasonable price. It's also midnight, so that doesn't really help. We're also going camping tomorrow, so we're just gonna go to Emma's, crash for the night, go on camping, you know, refresh ourselves in the clean nature, and then get a proper ass hotel. Like, we've been struggling out here. We've been struggling. Emma, smile. I think Mickey's favorite meal during this whole trip was the convenience store onigiri. Today we went to Apgujeong, and although Apgujeong is not my favorite area, like it has a lot of stores, but we happened to stumble across this Japanese restaurant which was amazing. I would definitely recommend you guys going here. They even have a little robot. Don't keep me down. Later that evening we had some tteokbokki and went to Emma's friend's house, Dabi and June, and they had lizards, and oh my god, they were so cute. So we were just playing with them all night long. What do they eat? And the day after, we went to the Hanam River for noodles and picnic. It's like a Korean thing where you go to the convenience store and you just get instant noodles and eat it there as like an activity. So we just had a chill day, picnicked. It was Hyungsuk's birthday, so we celebrated his birthday during camping, and I will do a separate vlog on that camp. His family was so cute. They invited us to his family home where his mother had cooked such an amazing meal, and here she shows off her artwork that she did. It's just so amazing. On the last day of our Seoul trip, I went to Panul Story, which is a huge yarn store, and I've never seen a yarn store this popular. It was packed with people, and they even had their own cafe, but I got some yarn for my projects in Sweden. Then we went on some last minute shopping. This is in Hongdae at a store called Uncle Joe that we happened to stumble across, and we all bought something. And then of course we had our last barbecue with our Korean friends, and also Daisy and her brother Sean. But yeah, I'm gonna miss this guy so much. Like, every day was such a blast, and I think we met them probably like 3 to 4 times a week. But I'm so grateful for all the memories this trip. I feel like we really just got closer to each other, and it's just like a super wholesome group. They've known each other since high school and some even before that, and I'm just happy we can be a part of their lives. But yeah, we made a promise to meet every year, so we'll be back in Korea next year, and hopefully they can visit us somewhere else, wherever in the world. I mean, that's the beauty of having global friends, I guess.
속상하지만 나를 알거라 처음부터 해야지.
Wait. Video.
아, 미디어.
okay. Next year January.
전 지밀리.
Vietnam.
Promise.
약속은?
Mchang.
우리는 나쁜 말이야.
예.
I can show you
이걸 안
this.
지키면 my mother.
Okay.
같은 말.
어.
어떻게 같은 말?
Oh, that is.
아, 싹.